Welcome to Milers Minds, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another episode of Blaster Chat. This episode is about half dart magazines and cross compatibility. See, cross compatibility is a very good thing, such as I'm going to explain to you why so many people use talon magazines. Okay, let's begin, shall we? Now, I'll start off with one of the very first half dart magazines. This is a katana magazine made by Jet Blaster. Jet Blaster has been around a pretty long time. However, Jet fell out of favor with the community, one because of shipping and stuff like that, and it was very hard to get magazines, such as people were waiting 2 years for magazines, and they just couldn't get them. So what happened was that Worker came out and they introduced the Talon magazine, okay? And because of Jet's poor business decisions, I'll use that term loosely, Jet magazines aren't the prevalent thing Talons are. Okay? But Talon magazines aren't the only game in town. Okay? And some new players find this out very quickly. Now, I see a variety of strange posts every now and then on Facebook and in other Blaster areas on the internet where basically players are asking, and usually the ones they're asking are new players. They'll say, for example, where can I buy an extra magazine for an X Shot Pro? Yeah, I've heard that 1,001 times. And my answer is just go buy a Talon magazine. You're good to go. It's time. It's Talon geometry. What Talon geometry means, like if you go on to like Out of Darts' site or Frontline or Silver Fox and you're looking at 3D printed blaster, it'll say compatible with Talon geometry. That means it'll take Talon magazines. Okay, that's your history lesson on that. But basically, what a lot of people do is that they'll say, well, I can't afford Talons. Sure you can. Talon magazines are only like $8 or $9, $8 to $9. That's right. Well, then you guys are gonna say, well, shipping. I gotta pay shipping. Because I know how you people are with shipping. I'm the same way. I don't like paying shipping. That's why if I need like magazines, I'll buy them from Amazon. Even, yes, you pay more, but you don't need shipping. Or if I am buying a bunch of magazines at once, I may do a bulk order to Frontline or a bulk order to Luke or whatever. And when I say a bulk order, I'm usually ordering like 10 mags at a time. But that's that. But if you guys are like trying to get just one magazine or two magazine, because a lot of you guys don't have hundreds of dollars. I realize that to buy your 10 mags at a time. But yet you do have money to go out there and buy a spring here and there, or a bolt sled or something like that. So what I say is every time that you place a small order with Frontline or Out of Darts or whoever, just throw in a magazine. You see what I'm saying? With that way your magazine collection will grow exponentially. Now, one of the problems is that not all non-Talon magazines are compatible with other blasters, such as this magazine for the X Shot Pro. That's not compatible with some blasters. The same thing with this magazine. This is a mag for a Strife X. Yes, these are all pretty similar to Talon geometry, but not quite. This is a mag for the Unicorn. This is a mag for Game Face. And this is a mag for an Omnia Pro. Now, you can always tell a new person from a more experienced person by what type of magazines they're carrying. Such as a more experienced player will have a whole bunch of these. These are just normal straight 15-round Talons. These are the go-to for the community. I mean, of course, you can get these in 18-round angled, 15-round bananas. You can get them in 18-round slightly curved, too. It just depends on what type of blaster, but a more experienced player will have Talon magazines. They won't be running like Omnia Pro mags or this or whatever, They'll all be running Talon magazines, and it'll be compatible to 99% of the blasters, if not all of their blasters. That's cross compatibility. You want to have one magazine type that fits in all of your blasters. That's what most of the community does. Right? Well, they have, 10 each player have 10, 20 magazines, yeah. but yet they'll have 50 blasters that will all take those talon magazines. It saves money, you know. It's like the same thing the United States Army does, such as the M4 and the M16A2. The magazines are identical. Okay, the rounds are identical. 5.56 standard NATO rounds. They're identical to each other. They're cross compatible with each other. You know, the one problem like Japan had in World War II, they had 19 different pistol cartridges that they used for 19 different handguns. Yeah. So they had a logistical problem, but that's that. But most people, though, they only carry one type of magazine, talons. That's why we all use talons. If you need talon magazines, you can get them anywhere. You know, like I said, if you need to pick one up, go pick it up at Out of Dart or Frontline or wherever. You know, they're not that expensive to buy. People, there's something that every new player should have, and if you can't afford like 10 of them at a time, buy one. When you buy an upgrade part for your blaster, add an extra mag to it. You're not going to miss an extra $8 or $9. The shipping ain't going to change that much. Trust me, it'll only change by like $1 if you're lucky. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching on my cross compatibility and lecture about half dart magazines. And until next time, this is Miller's Mods signing off.